high school, but of course they had their passions through high school. But once once they both got signed and got deals and their albums was out, like when Big album was out, we started to get really close with Jay because Big, Big was a big fan of Jay work, what Jay was doing.
Dame Dash said they was best friends.
I don't know about that.
So
I don't know they both didn't write.
He said they used to spend the night over each other's house and stuff.
So don't say allegedly.
His raps and shit. Big really with him, and they kind of was, we all had the mutual, friends around, like Clark Kent. God bless the dead, R.I.P. to Clark Kent. You know what I mean? So kind of like just us knowing the same people and being in the same, same circle. Once Big started to hear him and heard that that Dead President song, Big was a fan from there, and kind of reached out to him. He knew who Big was, respected Big craft, and they got super tight from there to where like they was real genuine, genuine homies. He was showing love to Big and Big was showing love to him. You know what I mean? Calling, we going to hang out. You see Big was in the Ain't No Nigga video.
Right.
Big wasn't on that song, but we flew out to Miami to go out there so Big just could do that, that appearance in the video. So
that's a little baby Super Kids jacket he got on.
Yo, that's Lil Cease. Shout out to Lil Cease.
Shout out to Lil Cease.
Alone, man.
From the Junior M.A.F.I.A. If y'all don't know who this is Lil Cease, Biggie's right hand. He the one that was driving and broke Biggie legs up where he couldn't run when the Muslims came and shot him.
And just from that point on, they support each other. You see them rocking at the Palladium together. You know what I'm saying? Rocking at, we had a club called the Ark back in the days where Rock Medeni used to always be doing his parties and shows at. So, they both respected each other lyrically, bar-wise. And, now you know why they were super tight because they already had that history and had that bumping and running to each other from high school. You know what I mean? So it was mutual love and respect and they were super tight.
So Big like Dead Presidents. He was really rocking with that record.
Hell yeah. Yeah. That's what made him like, yo.
But that was part of the beef with Nas, though.
What you mean?
Presidents to represent me.
Say what?
President. And that's when Nas was like, yo, I ain't use no cameos, no samples on my joint. Jay sampled Nas' voice on that track. So that was some of the foundation of that whole Nas Jay-Z beef.
You made it a hot line. I made it a hot song.
Yes.
I want to get up with homie. He talking that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that was the start from there. You know what I'm saying? Chicken freeze off my kneecap. Nigga, believe that line. Big was like, yo, yeah, boy talking some shit. And when them, they both was from Brooklyn too. You know what I mean? So that's how we looked at it. We like, yo, he from the town too. We gonna lock in with him. You know what I'm saying? And and that was just that ultimate bond, like just like right from the rip.
Was you there when they recorded Brooklyn Finest?
Yeah, I was there.
How was that like, yo? I heard they was going back and forth when they was recording.
It wasn't really
Jay-Z, Biggie Smalls making shit your draws. Brooklyn going out for all.
It wasn't really no back and forth. Both of them, let me tell you something. We all got there. Everybody was just vibing and kicking it. You know what I mean? I really don't remember too much because it was so long ago. I just remember just like sitting in the corner, like, I don't know, I think I was talking to Tata, talking to Dane. Because they was in work mode. When we the homies there, especially it was them two too. So everybody was more excited about that shit. Like, oh, shit, they're about to do a joint together. Like, this shit about to be crazy. So, we were just letting them work and it kind of for like a few hours, they both just sat in different corners. Like really like, yo, we not even friends right now. You know what I mean? Sitting down on surreal, like, let me go over here and get my shit tight. And Big is in one corner getting the shit tight. And there one of them got pens and papers in hand. You know what I mean? Really just like, yo, I know this nigga ain't gonna play on this shit. And I'm
yo, if it was cell phones and all that back then, that's classic footage.
Yes.
The two of them in the studio together.
In the booth together? Back to back?
Preparing.
Wow.
The original off the dome, no writing style that everybody tries to do and most people fail miserably in it. They end up just punching in a bunch of lines. There was never a rap in the first place that they don't even know when it's time to perform.
Cut it out.
Hov was the same way too. Like, I know Big ain't gonna play on this, but that's why that shit turned out to be the song it was. You know what I mean? They know it was gonna be like that. And then kind of like you see how the song was, they would collaborate on a few lines and have a few things jotted down so they could kind of just like blend it, put it together, and
they could flip it together. That's what made it fire.
Yeah,
that's a real collabo.
Yes.
When dudes toss the bars back and forth, yeah.
They made one of the biggest records, you know what I'm saying? Especially for for the town, for Brooklyn, you know what I mean?
Besides, you think that jacket is right there.
It's a 2. It's a baby's 2. It's a little tiny little baby. Yeah, it's a 2. He wear 4. No, he wears like he wear 36 T. How is
Shout
he?
out to Lil Cease, man.
He wear 52 T.
Yeah, I remember Jay saying that Big wanted him to move to Atlanta with him.
Big was talking about it because that was like a big plan. Once shit started to rise and some success started to come from, him putting the work in, we was definitely trying to like, all right, now, when that check come in, and the money come in, we're gonna relocate somewhere. And one place he was talking about was Atlanta, but eventually we wanted to just move into Jersey. But yeah, like he was dealing with Hov in that type of manner of like, yo, whatever I'm trying to do, I want you to be right there. So it was just them just we chop it up, just throwing things out there like, yo, bro, when I move to Miami, like, well, when I move to Atlanta, come on, man, go get a crib next to me and let's just go out there, just get shit done and just.
They didn't even know what was coming.
Right.
Big didn't even see the hype. Like the way Jigga living, if Jigga could have did it, Big could have done it.
Possibly.
If he had the business acumen. Because
Yes.
we know Jigga's money doesn't come from the records. That might have got him started. But his billionaire status and all those other things, Rock Nation, all that, is about his business acumen. But if Biggie had that, no door that was open to Jay would not have been open to Big.
All facts. But we also know that Puff was a big component of Big, just pushing him and thrusting him into the
Pushing and thrusting. Wait a minute.
Pause. No, what I'm saying is as far as his work ethic and things of that nature, because it was like, Puff was really the engine behind that with Big. Where Jay, it was a little bit different.
Self-motivated, I think is the word I'm looking for
Jay-Z.
Rock with each other. That was big expectations. He was very ambitious about, creating things and doing things, And Hov was one dude he wanted to establish that relationship with and keep that going and like, really collab on some real shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was looking at an old interview by Jay, and he told a story about how the same day that Big got killed, Big called him.
Yeah, I'm sure Big spoke to him. I don't remember. And I wasn't like, probably like sitting right there at the moment, but it's definitely believable because him and Big really, they kicked it like that. Back in them days, the phones wasn't like, technology wasn't like it was today though, but that was somebody he was in conversation with and in cahoots with, like just checking on each other. Like they really, was built.
Right, that's when you had to find somebody, call down the studio, see if he over there.
Nah, that's when they had these phones. They had these.
Yeah, early on,
pull out the antenna with the, what I'm saying?
The black flip, the original, and the gray one.
Yeah, the
Motorola. Saying, like that was really his boy, and we fuck with Hov, and we fuck with the whole team. Like all they was, they was kind of like homies like us. You know what I'm saying? From the block, out there was doing their thing before rap, and Jay was that nigga, and Big knew that, and Big was just keeping the ties tight. You know what I mean? That type of thing.
You was there when they recorded "I Love It Though"?
Yeah, for sure.
I love it though. I forgot about that one.
That was a good one.
Those sessions, man, like I think about it now.
People say that's Jay-Z's worst album.
What?
That's part 2, right? That's My Lifetime part 2.
That's a good album.
That's the Shiny Suit one. That's when he tried to be like Diddy.
Yeah.
He was doing a bunch of Diddy stuff.
Tried to be like Diddy. It was like a trend. It was
right. I'm not talking about what's going on, behind the closed doors or whatever. I'm talking about, like Diddy.
Yeah, that style, that vibe.
Coming on.
I wouldn't say that was his worst album though.
That was the Shiny Suit one. It probably was, son.
What, bar for bar?
Yeah.
Jay was spitting on.
It goes in the road.
Yeah, but it's trendy. It was trendy.
The city is mine. You belong to the city.
That's a nice joint. The Sting joint.
You belong to the night.
I used to rock out to it.
In the rhythm of darkness.
Yeah, that was
he's the man of the night.
Go like it was just some regular shit, but me as a youngster, to me it was a lot regular for me because I've been already getting my feet wet running around with Big for years,
right?
And Jay was more like one of us. So after a while, you be around somebody so long, he just become like, yo, he one of us, bro. You know what I mean? But you was always excited every time they got together because you just you knew what was gonna come from it. You know what I mean? Anytime B.I. set with the locks, you know what I'm saying, or he'll sit with the Mason, you already know. All right, some special shit gonna come from this because you just know. I know what my boy was bringing to the table, and you know when you're dealing with somebody that's dope and that you respect as well, you know what's gonna be that. So of course, after hearing Brooklyn's Finest and we hanging out with them all the time, that was home team, that was his family, and we like, all right, this shit gonna be crazy, and you already know it type of thing. You know what I mean? So yeah, that was like that kind of session, just regular. Bunch of Cristal and that motherfucker. Jay don't smoke. You know what I mean? And we were just like, we had that shit flooded with bud and just everybody just in there vibing with each other, just letting them work.
Yeah, that last day, that's my shit, man.
Oh yeah, last day is crazy, dog. Shout out to my brothers LOX, that's family all the time.
Who do you think had the best verse on that record?
Oh man.
24 hours to live.
Listen, man. A lot of people say I'm biased, man. I'm B.I. for life. But just them being on that song solidified them already. And they were just happy and they were just like geeked up and just like, yo, B.I. asked us to be on the album. Like, and B.I. really, B.I. loved them, man. He thought they were some of the hardest motherfuckers out at that time, you know what I mean? So he wanted to spread some love and show them some love. But come on, man, B.I. verse was retarded on it, but all of them came off though. You know what I mean? I love Luch first. You know what I mean? Just to set off Styles P. Styles P is one of the hardest niggas ever, and Kiss is just super witty. You know what I mean? Wordplay, metaphors, and then B.I. B.I. just went up there and started talking about cats up in Farragut, Arabics, all type of crazy shit. You know what I mean? Some real like mob type shit. But B.I. was on that different kind of time. But all of them got off on that record. And that's just a classic joint. You know what I'm saying?
I'll say this though, if I'm being honest, on the last day, even though Jada and Styles P, they usually have the best verses as a group, I'll say on the last day, Big, he had the best verse, and I'll say Sheik Luch, he had the second best verse, if I'm being honest, yo.
You took the words of my mouth. I'm about to say, what's beef to you? Three niggas with hoodies and bats? That ain't shit compared to one small cat with gats. Like,
Yo, a lot of people, I'm not saying a lot of people, I'm just speaking from my own personal opinion. This is an opinionated show.
Sheik Luch is fine.
No, he not fine. He gun smoke. You sleep on Sheik if you want, man.
Hey, I'm not. I think Sheik is nice. I think Styles is nice, but neither one of them. They both like 50% of Jada.
They not 50% of Jada.
Jada crazy, son.
Jada's the man.
Jada crazy. They both very nice, but Jada is very elite.
Yo,
is elite.
As far as gunners, Styles is
no
the
doubt
man.
about it. Yo, Styles crazy, son. Sheik Luch,
yeah, he the man, son. He the man. I mean, shout out to the Locks, man. First, shout out to the Locks.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Yeah. And Lil Cease. We just messing with you about your little jacket. That is a little ass jacket, though, son.
Like, a lot of people be sleeping on, a lot of people sleep on Luch, you know what I'm saying? I don't say they don't sleep on him. I just feel like he don't be getting enough credit as SP and
right. It's just you in a group with some heavy. Everybody's just heavy hitters, and Jada is definitely the anchor. He's sticky fingers, son. Come on now.
You know what I'm saying? And I think over the years, even till now, Sheik Luch seemed like he just getting better with age. Like the last album they did, last couple of projects, like Luch been putting that work in. But all of them get busy. You know what I mean? Like as a collective, and you gotta respect them. To still stay now after 30 years, still with each other, never let none of the bullshit, none of the industry shit, none of the money get to them. You know what I mean? You gotta salute them for that, and they all still.
And we're quite sure they have their trials and tribulations.
Sure.
Their internal things, but through it all,
you don't hear nothing about that.
Nah, hell no.
Nothing.
They brothers,
nothing.
Man.
Yeah, nothing negative other than them, doing their thing. Even with Jada having his thing going on with Fat Joe, it still takes nothing away from the Locks and how they're perceived, and I'm sure everything they got going on.
If I'm not mistaken, Styles and Sheik got their own joint.
They do?
They got their own podcast.
All right, let us know in the comments. I ain't gonna interrupt this for that, but
busy.
After Life After Death, was Big already thinking about what was next?
Yeah. He already had the title to it. He didn't start making records on it, but Born Again was already the title. You know what I'm saying? So it was Ready to Die, Life After Death, and it was Born Again. So he already had that already yo, this is my title. It wasn't no songs was recorded for it yet because he was.
Oh, he's supposed to be born again. Damn.
So many other.
Like Pop with Machiavelli. Because they say Pop picked out Machiavelli, right? Or did they pick it out for him when he was dead?
No, I think
he picked it out.
Yeah, but.
And it ended up playing.
A lot of times, son, we speak things into existence.
Yes, especially with your art. I believe that.
Ready to die.
Because you got to think your art is stuff coming from your heart. You like asking God, the universe, spirit, however you want to put it. It's almost like praying.
Yes, sir.
And you put stuff like that in your prayers.
It come to life.
Projects in between, you know what I mean? Like he was about to work on my project. He just finished up, helping Kim with her project. He just finished up the Junior Mafia project. So, he was starting to itch for that, but then he was going to probably do my album first. and then he was gonna like start working on Born Again.
Big was writing for you, right?
He was gonna help me with my writing then.
Stop playing. See, come on now.
Son, don't, man. We don't know that.
It's a
man.
long time ago. It's a long time ago, Cease. We was just bigging you up, son. We know who you are. You don't gotta, you know what I'm saying? You had Big with you.
Yeah.
You and Lil Kim, man. Everybody, I don't remember the other guys' names, but you know what I'm saying?
Junior Mafia.
Junior Mafia. I'm talking about what their names individually. With Lil Cease and friends.
He was gonna have Mace and Jadakiss help him with the rest.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because he was like, yo,
Yo, respect? Nah, hey, son, don't do
no,
that,
it's
son.
no diss because he Big said that's his little homie from the corner. They
Yes.
used to,
Yeah, that's his man.
right. He's like, yo,
Cease
when I
is-
get on, I'm taking you with me. So he never claimed to be no great rapper. But I'm just laughing at the fact he's like, no, Big ain't only right for me. Also,
Nah, respect. Jada was.
they got together and wrote for me actually.
Why not?
Jadakiss help him working on Born Again.
Big was writing for you, right?
He was gonna help me with my writing then, and then he was gonna have Mace and Jadakiss help him with the rest. You know what I mean? Because he was like, yo, he was trying to do so much work, and at that time too, he was working on Puff No Way Out album. Right before he passed away. So all these projects, he was actually like just like, putting the finishing touches on it, like, really helping to get created, put it together, ideas and hooks, and you know what I mean, like really trying to help Puff do that, because at one point he was going to manage Puff that go around for the No Way Out. So he's like, I'm gonna be your manager. Puff was like, all right. And Puff was actually gonna let him manage him. So he was like, you know what? For C's album, I'm gonna need a little help because I want to get this done quick and start working on my album. So he was gonna have Mason and Kiss help him do my project.
Okay, respect.
Cameron and Mace have a
Yeah, shout out to Lil Cease, Lil Self. If you like that video, you want to see some other dope videos, check out this one right here.